Hello everyone, Rolls-Royce here, and I am going to do a video on the SPY trade that I did on Friday. The boys at Mission Control set up a very interesting trade. It was fairly easy to follow, and it netted out about 30 ES points. So I'm going to go through the context of the trade, the setup, and I'm also going to talk about a little bit about when I think a level is broken or when it holds. If you're looking for me online, I'm Brian Balance on Twitter. I have the URL for my YouTube channel right there. I plan on putting more and more videos out this year. One of my favorite things is Substack. I've got a Substack rollsr.substack.com. There are two versions of Substack. There's a free version where I give out SPY levels, and that is free. It's going to be free for the foreseeable future. I also have a paid version that has QQQ levels and analysis, the large prints that the dark pools put out, the large trades, unusual and out of place trades, unusual size. Then a macro trend which shows the $40 million and up trades, and also a quick summary of the day that you can scroll down and you can get an idea for how I think the dark pools are positioned. Also get a question about, well, where do you get your data from and where can I get the data? I don't have a license where I can distribute my system, and it's kind of hard to use, so I've got two websites down here. Volumeleaders.com gives out about a dozen ETFs for free, and they've got pretty nice plans if you want to get everything. And I think that he gathers somewhere in the thousands of tickers on that. Also, flowtrade.com is another site where you can get dark pool data. They've got a trading community, and they also have some other custom indicators and algo flow, and you'll see those custom indicators on my charts. Well, let's get into the trade. And we'll go back and we'll just we'll replay this. We'll replay the day, and I'll talk through what I was thinking at that time. So the context of the trade, we've roasted up for a little bit. Everything is going up. The airlines were going bonkers on Friday. They're really running everything up, the meme stocks and everything. So everything is blasting off. Everybody on Twitter is bearish, and there's a few people I follow that are very bearish and think the end of the world's coming. And looking at my stuff, if you're a follower, you would see that it looks like they're selling individual names. They're not selling the index ETFs in a big way. They're doing things that with the index ETFs, it looks like they're in a normal uptrend. They might sell $400 million of Netflix into the highs. They do stuff like that all the time. They sell into strength. They buy into weakness. And people think if they see one print on Netflix that the thing's going to come crashing down. And it doesn't work that way. What they do is they get everybody bullish, everybody going crazy and buying. And then you'll see in a crest, you'll see a $400 million print sitting up there and think, oh gosh, this is gonna go down and tank. And it doesn't always do that. If retail's really bullish, it could go up for a long time, and they sell a $400 million trade every single day into retail, and when they're done selling their stuff to people like you and me, that's when they take it down. They don't take it down until they're finished selling. It doesn't look like they're finished selling. They could start selling next week. if they want to. I don't really have any control over that. But the context of this trade is they weren't selling yet, and I've got some pretty nice levels to watch. They've got some good levels here. Lots of times these levels hold like support and resistance. Next thing is I got a question last week about, well, how do I know if a level holds or if it breaks? Is it? And I think people are looking for me to give them a dollar amount, or does it hold to the penny? Does it jump under and over at 10 times? It's not quite that simple, and it depends on a lot of things. It depends on your position size, your risk tolerance, your time frame, and your account size. And so let's say that I bought SPY 393 down here. I thought this was a great level. I was subscribed to this Substack guy where he says that there's tons of trades down here and they really need to sell it all. They need to really sell it all before they come back down under it. Well, I might let this thing draw down 2% under those levels, because I know the dark pools do that. They'll draw down 2% under certain levels. And so I might just be patient with that. I don't want to watch it every day, and I just bought some in my 401k, and I'm going to give it a 2% stop because I think that level is strong. If I'm doing a small trade, like one micro ES or something like that, I might buy a level and go away and give the thing 50 or 100 ticks on an OCO order and just let the thing run. If it dies, it dies. If it wins, it wins. And I might just do that on a small trade and just let it either stop out or win. If I'm trading futures and I'm trading several contracts, I'm not going to have any patience at all with that. If it doesn't go my way, I bail. And the way futures work, you can get in and out of a trade 100 times a day if you want to pay your broker to get in and out of that contract. If it starts moving the wrong way, you just bail, and then if it starts moving the right way, you can get back in. And then if it moves your way, the way that you want it to, in a big way, then you stay in and you set some stops, and then you do all of that. If I'm doing a swing trade, it could be anywhere in between. It could be a wider stop. It could be, if I'm looking at a multi-week thing, and it's been cooking for a while, it could be anywhere in between that. So let's get into this SPY trade here, and let's watch what they do here. So here they come down. They've eaten through one level, and now they're at another level. Well, and now you think it's found support here, and it's ready to go up, right? And so you might have bought a contract here, and then it starts getting under it again. Whoa. About right here, you know, if you're long, that you're wrong. I wouldn't have any patience for this right here. I was kind of lucky. I was getting the kids ready for school, and so I wasn't even watching the chart at this point. And I think right around in here, I take a look and I'm like, wow, we're getting close to these big levels down here. Let's keep watching what happens. Now it's trying to find support. Now look at this. I think what I did here is I got in here, felt pretty smart, and then I bailed. I didn't like that right there. Now we're going down again. I'm pretty sure I bailed again right there. Then I see us coming back up again. And I think, wow, if we can get over this and stay, then we're headed up. And sure enough, at the open, look what they did. And look at that. Do you see at the open, they came up and look right where they came back down. They came right back down to that print. Then right around in here, look at this. We got some wicks here. We're getting resistance. If you look at that, that little run was 30 ES points. How much is an ES point? It's 50 bucks. If you traded one contract, that's $1,500. Micros trade 10% of that. And then what they ended up doing the rest of the day, it was just kind of a melt up day. And then we just blasted off the rest of the day. If you only traded this part of the day with one contract, that's a $1,500 trade right there. And then at 10:30 you can go out and do whatever you want to. All right, those are my thoughts. Those are my thoughts for the trade on Friday. It looked pretty simple, a pretty simple setup. I hope you enjoyed me talking about the trade, talking about when I think a level is going to hold, and also the context around the trades. If you have a question, put a comment on my Substack, put a comment on the YouTube video, or put a comment on one of my Twitter posts. Thanks a lot.